Tokyo was still about half in ruins. Nagoya was totally in ruins. Their economy was desperate. How could you know how different it was going to be, how much everything that you'd been taught is going to be challenged, and how much you're going to be relying on your own judgment? That was the other thing. No, I wasn't accountable to anybody, virtually for anything except stealing on the job. Once you walked out the door, you were unaccountable. And that's an interesting situation to find yourself in, isn't it, at a young age?
How old?
22, 23, 24. I mean, you find out you may have some values you didn't even know you had. I think when the occupation first started, of course, there was total chaos, and the Yakuza organized themselves to bring order. And there had to be some way to, intermediate between us coming in and the Japanese and disarming. And the Yakuza took over a lot of those functions. Anything could be pilfered from a supply account and sold.
On the black market?
On the black market. There was a market out there that would buy anything. And so if you had access to supply accounts, and you could be involved in the black market, or most of the time it was intercepted when it was landed. The supply officer for the 16th Com Squadron would be expecting a shipment of radio tubes and all this kind of stuff, and they didn't get there. And so he would come and get, a couple $300 from me, and he would go out to Akihabara, which was the electronics part in Tokyo, and buy back our own tubes, right in the same wrappings and everything. So that's a very common occurrence. They wouldn't come in and say, okay, here's $10,000. That wasn't the way it was done. It would start out very small. And if you were receptive at this level, then it would, climb on up. And pretty soon you're hooked. And there were contracting officers around Japan that were compromised. The country was really beat up, especially Tokyo. And the fact that they could make anything was a surprise. And so I got to see, over that 2 years, a real renaissance of their industrial capability. And a lot of people didn't keep an open mind. All they saw was just a beat up country, dirty, smelly.
What did you see?
Well, the same things, but then I began to be able to tolerate those, and you could see that there was more to it than met the eye, that they'd had a horrible, horrible time. They were on their own and were coping with it, and they didn't hate us. And there's a lesson to be learned there. Maybe there's some things you could learn about how you cope with disaster and overcome it. I don't think any other country, any other culture, could have pulled that off. The Japanese, because of their construct, their belief system and all that, were able to transform us, an enemy, into friends.